I'm going to go through an Orzhov build based on an Orzhov guild box that I bought from eBay because I couldn't attend the pre-release. I pulled an Aurelia out of that box, and I was able to make a reasonable Boros build, so I would have actually changed guilds if I had gone to the pre-release with that particular box, but I'm still, for the sake of completion, go through an Orzhov build. So my creatures, if I count correctly, and I'm going to show you how I would have laid down the cards at the pre-release. So of course my artifacts and the guild gate would have been there. These are all my black creatures in increasing order of drop of converted mana cost. My white creatures, and then I put together all my spells, other spells, non-creature spells that are either black, white, or soft. So again, I would have had, I'm going to have two, I already have two creatures that I would have picked already for the deck. And I'm going to add 7 more that are all black, but noting that one of them is a 4-drop. I mean, actually, let me see, I've got a couple of 4-drops. So I'm going to only add immediately, because it's limited, whatever is not a 4-drop. So that means 5 cards. It's going to be 2 of Slay Street Ruffian. It's going to be a Gateway Shade. I love that card. And 2 Basilica Screecher. So I just added 5 cards and I had 2 more. So that's 7 for sure. Then my low drop whites are going to be 6 more. So I'm up to 13 cards. Just going to put them there. And because I need to go up to 17, this is the very good reason why I would not have played Orzhov, given that I did have a reasonable Boros build, is that when I add 4 more to make my 17 creatures, I've actually had to add all of my heavy drops, regardless of what they are. Now, of course, I did better with the spells, so I would actually have some pretty good choices for what I think are reasonable spells. And so there, I would have definitely discounted heavy drop spells. 5-drop Angelic Edict, 5-drop Shadow Slice. I would have just not played them at the pre-release, so I'm going to set them aside. Now I have 3 of Armored Transport, so actually I take it back. I would go in here and take out my Battalion card, and I would take out my Guardian, which also didn't make the Boros build, and I would take out my 4-drop Flyer, and then I would have put in my 3 artifacts. So that would have been my creatures. I would have definitely played these low drop enchantments. So that's 2 of them already. This one instant I would have played, and this one, so that's 4. I'm not playing any tokens, so I would have played 5. And so with 1 more, I don't know, I would have thought about this card, but it's a 4-drop. Target opponent discards 2 cards and you gain 2 life. Incredibly enough, I would have probably picked just a 1-drop white. I think in the limited environment, with my limited experience in it, I think a 1-drop wins over a 3-drop, even if it's just a not so great instant. So there you have it. That would have been my Orzhov deck. I'm going to do a quick rewind. I really like Illness in the Ranks if you're not playing tokens, because it's an enchantment. It just sits on the board, and every single turn, creature tokens get -1/-1, and you're not dropping any tokens anyways, at least not with Orzhov. But here you go. With Beckon Apparition, you would be dropping a token. So actually, I'm going to have to take this card out on the fly and put in, maybe put in this artifact for it. So yeah, I'm sorry that I would rather pick the Beckon Apparition and keep it than limit token play. Destroy target creature. I love this enchantment aura. It's a reprint, I think, from a previous block. Enchant land, now it's a swamp. Whenever enchanted land becomes tapped, its controller loses 2 life. So you're definitely going to want to enchant one of your opponent's lands, not one of yours. Then your 3 armored transports, artifact creatures. Then a battalion card, you know, but if you get to the point where you have 3 players, I mean 3 creatures attacking, you can actually use battalion in Orzhov. Then Guild Scorn Ward is an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has protection from multicolored. Again, one of these cards that will only play in this current standard. Once you shift out and you don't have as many multicolored cards, it becomes kind of useless, just like all those spirit abilities in Kamigawa block cards. Cryptghast is a spirit rare. It's got extort. It's a 4-drop 2/2. Whenever you tap a swamp for mana, add 1 swamp to your mana pool. That is very useful indeed. Court Street Denizen is a 3-drop 2/2. Whenever another white creature enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature and opponent controls. That could be useful. I've got 2 of them in this deck. Basilica Guards. Only have 1. It came from the Guild pack. And it's got an Extorting Defender. It's a 3/1/4. Of course, you're not going to use it to attack. So if you have a battalion card in your deck, you're not going to be making much use of it if you play Basilica Guards. But, you know, it's limited. You're stuck with whatever you have. And it's a great way to learn to play with cards that you normally wouldn't play. So I really love the limited environment. And I do strongly recommend that if you have the chance, you attend a pre-release. I mean, it's shoulder to shoulder, very tight in my local game store, my LGS, as the acronym goes. But yeah, Assault Griffin, go if you can. It's not that expensive anyways. Probably spend more at some cheapo restaurants. Assault Griffin, 4/3/2 flyer. Nice. Again, I love the rats. I wish I had pulled more out of these packs because I would have played them all, regardless of how useless they would have been. I just happen to like them. 2/2 vanilla creature Gutter Skulk. Why not? It's limited. Play it. Basilica's creature bat with extort a flyer 2/1/2. Very playable. Gateway Shade. Usually shades can get pumped. Of course, they're usually very heavy. They're either 3-drops or 4-drops. I think there's only a 2-drop shade in the game. In Modern, which I think is called Nantuko Shade, which I love. It's a very playable card. I love playing the shades because they really help you with your swamps, with your black mana. Then Slate Street Ruffian. Whenever it becomes blocked, defending player discards a card, and it's a 3/2/2. It's not that great, definitely a common. And Cartel Aristocrat is a 2/2/2. Sacrifice another creature. This card gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. That's not bad, but I must say, all in all, given that I pulled an Aurelia in this guild box, I just don't see myself playing Orzhov. But I wanted, just for the sake of completion, to show you what that build would have been. And this is a really nice card.